Welcome, everyone, to episode 24 of Boom Mike Banter. I am Nick. With me today is a guest I've had multiple times. I'm so fucking glad that in the semi-beginning of the year we can catch up again. A man with no introduction, but fuck it, I'll introduce him anyway, and that man is Jeremy.
What's up?
How the fuck you been, dude?
Good, how are you?
Yeah, good. I mean, we've been... we always do this. We shoot the shit for like an hour before we fucking record. I should have just recorded the fucking... horribly personal things that we said for an hour plus. For an hour fucking plus.
All those things we said about all those people.
Yeah. That will remain nameless. But
now let's name them. Let's go. Episode 24, though. Wow,
24? Yeah.
I didn't realize you were that far along yet.
Please, it should be more.
Well, it should, but I've been listening to them. I don't think I listened to the last couple. I'm sorry.
For shame.
I'm sorry.
Look at you calling
yourself
yourself
I didn't realize you were at 24.
You son of a bitch.
I thought this was 21. I'm sorry.
21? No, we're past legal, buddy. We're way past legal.
Well, where's my fucking drink?
That's a whole different conversation for a whole different fucking
this is
goddamn podcast. And I offered you one when you walked in.
You did.
You can't even blame me for
you
that.
Did.
My hospitality knows no bounds.
Yes.
But
hospitality, 100%.
Just immediately walk in.
It's the only skill you worked on.
That's it. That's the only thing since we've last spoke. That's it.
That's it.
I'm just like, maybe this time I'll offer him 2 drinks. really fucking step up the bar.
Maybe a drink to go on the road. It's non-alcoholic. Disclaimer. It'd be water, probably.
Jesus Christ.
That's all I can have these days.
So I know we were shooting the shit before, but one thing that you did bring up that I want to go in on was the lack of you playing video games lately.
Yes.
So how do you feel about that?
Well, therapist Dr. Montemerno.
How does that make you feel?
Makes me feel scared. I have nightmares. No, I mean it happens. It's a lull period, but there's not anything that I'm dying to play anyway. Like there's not anything that is screaming at me like, hey, come play me right now or die. Well,
I was gonna say that too, of like I definitely feel the same way. That's even why for me, like I was really trying to kick up streaming, and I had the same problem for a bit. Like there wasn't a game that's been out.
Like, I mean, I'll be honest with
you,
you're gonna give me a death stare. I haven't beaten Kingdom Hearts yet.
No, I know that.
So
I know you, well,
that's what I'm gonna
also,
go back to.
I know you with RPGs.
Yes.
You're one of the only people that gets a mulligan because I know it's a complete fucking crapshoot coin flip with you with RPGs.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, don't get me wrong, Kingdom Hearts is great and I've beaten them all, but I hit that point where I wanted to play Spider-Man, and I played Spider-Man, and then I played Gears of War, then I played God of War, and then I was just like, and I'm bored.
Yeah, I get that.
So, I'll go back to Kingdom Hearts, beat it eventually. I got to Frozen, so I don't have to.
For Kingdom Hearts 3, yeah.
I don't have
well, and also, I mean, I fucking recorded that forever ago, but yeah, my thoughts on Kingdom Hearts 3 as a whole were just like, very much just like.
Yeah. But I saw the DLCs coming out, and I'm like, or is out.
So that's what's out on PS4, out in a week on Xbox.
All right, well, whatever. I figured, all right, I'll beat it, get the DLC, and roll.
Check it out. Yeah. Apparently, the reviews for it though have been pretty mixed.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny because I was talking to like Luna and stuff, and she was telling me that it was really good because like the boss fights on it are pretty unique.
Oh yeah.
But the only thing that's like weird is like. They don't add that much story, but the story's like immediately after 3. So something, and like I won't spoil it for you, but pretty much like right at the end of 3 where I was like, oh, this is going to be 4. Like the whole game is going to be what they just showed at the end of this, and it is not. They pretty much cover it in the Remind DLC, which I was like, oh, I thought that was going to be a whole thing, and it was only like a 10-minute little... Yeah, because essentially, like from what I heard, I think the DLC is only like 2-3 hours of like full play time, but then it's like how like the final mix stuff does, where you can fight a bunch of the old bosses and like have them be more difficult and have more challenges and stuff. So yeah, but no, I totally feel you on that. Yeah, there's not much. I mean, like right now I'm playing HD remasters, and even the next game that I'm amped for is the Mega Man ZX collection.
Right. Yeah.
And then I can play through all the fucking amped. All I want. I just want these to keep going because I just want the penultimate Mega Man collection, which is Legends, Legends 2, and the Misadventures of Tron Bonne. And then I want a Part 1 and Part 2 of Mega Man Battle Network.
I was just going to say, you
those,
need Battle Network.
Get those motherfucking things. Oh, I'm going to be fucking in, dude. But then, well, yet again, though, you're not, like, fucking spanking it to RPGs, but, like, when Final Fantasy drops, it's going to fucking...
Yeah, I'm not going to touch it.
Rip fucking people's minds.
I love Final Fantasy, I'm just not going to touch it.
I will say this, though. If it ever would possibly entice you, this one you can choose between having it be, like, a third-person hack and slash or turn-based.
I didn't know that because I didn't care about it, so
Yep.
I didn't look it up.
You might.
I might just get that.
You might.
I might just get that
because it's pretty dope now too. Because then your party can like you're running in with like a team of 4. So like when you're fighting a boss, you can literally like on the fly go like a hack and slash cloud combo, and then literally just like immediately switch to like Barrett to do with the gun arm, and then just start like fucking Gatling. And then switch to like Tifa, and then she starts like punching, and you can do that right on the fly in the middle of a boss fight.
Oh, that's pretty neat.
Pretty fucking cool.
Yeah,
it's like almost it's what we wanted for Final Fantasy 15's combat. If that makes sense.
All right, yeah, it makes
like
sense.
how like teleporting around shit was
15
exactly how it was like kind of cool. This one looks like they like super fucking honed in on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because when I worked for the video game
for
company,
the place, yes, for undisclosed game location,
I had to dabble in some things to talk about
to learn things. Yes,
I played like an hour of Final Fantasy 15.
See, what's funny though is you didn't even have to.
No, I didn't have to.
You were just
but I
good at
wanted
your
to.
job.
Hey, thanks.
Yeah,
I know somebody that would disagree. But thanks. Yeah, no, I mean, I'll give it a shot when it comes out. I think the next thing I'm excited for is Animal Crossing.
Oh, dude,
Animal Crossing is just I can just coast. The only thing that bugs me is it's one island per system.
No, it's no, it's multiple. Did you see the new direct?
No, I didn't watch it.
Dude, the new direct's fucking. I just fucking qualmed all your things. You can have up to 8 players run around on the island with you.
Okay.
And one of you, and not even the person that island it is, you can select who's like the leader, so like who the camera focuses on. You can do that completely on the fly, so you can literally change the leader at will. And then on top of that, you can have up to 4 different island save files on one Animal Crossing cartridge.
Okay. So we can't have 4.
Yep.
So
you can literally have your whole family. Your whole family setup can literally each have an island.
Okay. All right.
That's completely their own villagers,
Cool.
and all that stuff.
All right. Now I feel better.
Yep.
Now I feel much better.
It's fucking dope.
Yeah, I didn't get to watch the direct yet because that was yesterday, right?
2 days ago, I think. Maybe it was yesterday.
I think it was yesterday.
My week has been such a fucking clusterfuck.
I think it was yesterday.
Yeah,
but regardless, I haven't gotten a chance to watch it yet.
Yeah, it's dope as shit.
I'll watch it.
Yeah.
Because I switched. It's way side note.
Mm-hmm.
I switched mobile carriers.
Oh, again?
Well, I went to Xfinity now, which
okay.
Off podcast, I'll tell you why I like
why,
it.
yeah.
Because I'm not about to sales pitch Xfinity.
Yeah.
But
if you sign up today with the promo code fucking Jeremy,
yeah, right. By the way, I'm famous now. Here's my promo code. No, it's I never had Wi-Fi at work anyway. But there's no rollover data with Xfinity like there is with AT&T. So if I saved a bunch of data, I could have
you
30
can actually
gigs,
use it, yeah,
and then
it gets
watch
burned immediately.
Right, and I just didn't have time yesterday because I was running around doing a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
Xfinity, we have 10 gigs between her and I, and once those 10 gigs are gone, we get charged $12.
Mm-hmm.
So, and if I don't use it, it goes away. So there's no rollover.
It's like, yeah,
I have 10 gigs, and that's what I have.
With it. Yeah,
but
exactly.
my bill is so much less, it's not even funny.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, it was an incredible move.
Nice.
But I'll tell you later.
Fucking pro plays, dude.
Promo code, though. Jeremy Rocks.
Fucking, yeah.
With an X.
Xfinity fucking hit him up or some shit.
Yeah, it's Jeremy Rocks with an X.
I was going to say the Z.
and an X instead of a J. I mean, not the C.
Followed by a random guitar noise.
Yeah. Try typing that in your keyboard.
Now it's a challenge. You guess it, you get the fucking promo code. You guess whatever fucking random fucking letters and that shit. Jesus.
Yeah.
But you did want to bring up, and I feel like it'd be fucked up if we didn't talk about it, but you did see the Sonic movie.
I did see the Sonic movie.
What'd you think?
I was pleasantly surprised. Because I really, really thought I was going to go into this movie hating it.
Yeah.
And
well, especially based on the original, like the OG shit before they reworked it.
Not even that. Like,
really? That shit looked terrible.
Well, no. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
But I mean, that's not why. Like, yeah, that put doubts because I'm like, well, if you're going to design the character that's shitty, the movie's probably shitty too.
Mm-hmm.
But
I just think, like,
I just had doubts of like video game adaptation. It's Paramount. Paramount does all the Nickelodeon shit.
Yep.
The Nickelodeon movies aren't always that great. Like, I don't like it's Sonic. What are they gonna do? Like,
yeah, exactly.
Jim Carrey's playing Robotnik, which Jim Carrey's great, but Robotnik isn't funny.
Well, and like something that you like from playing a lot of Sonic games, you would definitely know too. Of like the one gimmick that has never worked in a Sonic game is putting humans in it.
Right.
Like that's always been the trope of like any Sonic game.
I will say though, they did Sonic X, the TV show, very well.
Yes.
And I was hoping that it would kind of feel like that.
Mm-hmm.
And what they did in the movie, which, if people are listening and care.
Oh yeah, well, let's preface it now.
I'm gonna spoil the shit out of the
Spoilers ahead. So apologies.
Stop listening and fast forward an hour because that's probably how much time we'll have.
Yeah.
So just bear with me.
Yeah.
They introduced new physics to Sonic.
To Sonic or like to the world of Sonic?
Everything. And it's okay.
Okay.
Like they made Sonic their own in the way that Marvel Studios made Earth 616 their own.
Got it. It's definitely its own interpretation of
It's like a parallel universe.
Got it. Okay.
So, and you don't care about spoilers.
No, okay. Not at all.
All right. The movie starts out fucking great.
Mm-hmm.
The movie has Baby Sonic.
Okay.
I don't like Baby Sonic. Baby Sonic reminds me of if they took the baby Looney Tunes and CGI'd them.
Got it. Okay.
He's not proportionate.
Okay.
And
his head's like super. It's like a Funko Pop.
Okay. He looks like classic Sonic.
Okay.
He's round and tiny, but his head's still really big.
Yeah.
And his quills are as long as they probably are as an adult.
So it's just weird.
It's just weird. He's disproportionate.
Got it.
But whatever. Some people like him. They think he's cute. But I think we're in the age of baby everything since Groot.
Well, I was just gonna say,
whatever. Baby Yoda, baby Groot,
Sonic,
and
baby Peanut thing, the fucking planters.
Yes, exactly. Baby John Wick on the fucking memes.
Oh,
So whatever. Did you ever see the animated Sonic movie? Sonic the Hedgehog, the movie. It was like 94 or 95.
Maybe?
Okay.
I think it rings...
It's
like
an
like the cartoon one.
Yeah, it's an anime-style movie. Jaleel White does not voice Sonic in this movie. It's Sonic, Tails, Knuckles.
Yeah.
They're the only ones in it. Amy's not in it. They live on an island with a robotic owl.
Maybe I haven't seen this one.
Yeah. It's Eggman, and he's trying to take over the things, and there's a giant egg robot, and Metal Sonic's in it, and Metal Sonic and Sonic fight at the end, and there's like this king and princess that are like
doing their thing.
Yeah, and
it's more based on like the old animated show, like not Sonic X, but the 90s one.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's more geared towards the none of those show characters are in it. None of the comic characters. It was like its own thing.
Its own thing. Yeah.
But it was good. I watched it a bunch when I was a kid. There's an owl in this movie. Mm-hmm. There's an owl called Longclaw.
Okay.
Longclaw is not a character in the Sonic universe.
Yeah.
Longclaw is a very tall owl.
Okay. Is it like the Ocarina of Time owl? There's that super big fucking owl that shows up randomly.
Kind of.
And
it's
Link!
It's really tall, has really long... It's a woman, though. It's a female owl.
Okay.
And this owl takes care of Sonic. And Sonic is born with...
So Sonic actually is an origin story.
Yes. And Sonic is born with these speed powers.
Because of the owl?
No.
Oh,
but the owl takes Sonic and says, you can never let anybody know about your powers.
Got it.
Okay. So, Sonic's there. Little baby Sonic.
Yep.
And
this is also in like a different
This is in Green Hill Zone.
Yes, yeah. This is like Sonic World, not Real World.
Yes,
okay.
This is Green Hill Zone.
Just to clarify.
And he's running all around, and he's up in the trees and whatnot, and he goes in this treehouse, and he's talking, and Longclaw's upset. What if somebody saw you? Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, boom, spear through the heart, Longclaw's dead.
Oh,
right?
Shit.
Out of nowhere. You find out it's the Echidnas.
Oh, shit.
They have the Echidnas in this movie. Mm-hmm. And it's not Knuckles. It's a bunch of Echidnas.
Yeah.
It's probably Knuckles that is the one that kills Longclaw. But it's a bunch of Echidnas, and they all have masks and stuff on, and they chase Sonic through the woods, and he's running and running.
Dope as shit.
Well, before she dies and like is completely dead, she gives Sonic a bag,
yep.
And in the bag is rings.
Okay.
Now, in the games, rings give you health.
Yep.
In this movie, they don't.
They give him like speed or something?
Nope. The rings act like the special stage rings, as in they're portals.
Got it.
So he throws a ring, thinks about where he wants to go, and goes. She gives him a map of all the different planets that are deemed safe that he can go to.
Got it.
Earth is one. Earth's the first one. Throws the ring, hops through. The echidnas are running after. He goes through. He feels like he's making a mistake. Tries to run back to Green Hill Zone. It disappears. Now he's alone in the woods.
Got it.
Sonic's just there.
Yeah.
Fast forward, like, I don't know, 10 years. They don't give him an age. 10 years later, and...
So he's just been on Earth for 10 years fucking around? Wow.
Yeah. And nobody's seen him. You know, whatever. There's some crazy dude. I think his name's Crazy Carl. And
who keeps, like, thinking it's like
Bigfoot. He keeps calling him the Blue Devil.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, I almost got him. But Sonic fucks with him.
Yeah.
So, like, Sonic will start yelling things through the woods and, like, saying, oh, you almost got me, dude. And, like, run around. It's hilarious. And Ben Schwartz does a really good job at being Sonic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I saw he was the voiceover.
Yeah, so he's in, I think it's California, or Montana. It's Montana. Whatever. It's one of those states out there.
One of those out there places.
Yeah, and he's in Green Hills. That's the name of the town.
Mm-hmm.
When James Marsden, his name's Tom in the movie, he plays a sheriff.
Just some dude, yeah.
Yep. And there's so much little activity that he actually, like, tells a turtle to slow down because that's the fastest thing he sees on the road. Mm-hmm. And all of a sudden, he gets offered a promotion at the San Francisco Police Department. Mm-hmm. And him and his wife have to, like, pack up and get out and go.
Do a fucking thing.
You know, he's, like, all hesitant about it, whatever. And I guess he likes donuts a lot. And he rehearses to donuts. So he, like, rehearsed his, like, goodbye speech to Green Hills by putting a strawberry frosted donut on the hood of his car and put sunglasses on it and talked to this donut.
Yeah. So the comedy definitely goes, like, out there.
Right. So he then gets in his car and whatnot, and he starts, like, using the speed meter, and Sonic runs by. Well, it's, like, 200 something.
Fucking thing, like,
and then it's, like, 300 something. And he's, like, hanging out behind, like, you know, Tom's thing. And then he runs into his cave. Yeah. Sonic has a cave.
So wait, so just to recap though, so, like, we don't know who Sonic's parents are in this movie.
No. Nope.
Okay. It's just some fuck all owl.
Yep, fuck all owl that took care of him and said, nobody's supposed to know that you're fast.
So in the Green Hill Zone, because, like, just so we don't go over, like, literally, like, the whole movie, but for Green Hill Zone, the only things that they showed off that were in it were echidnas, Baby Sonic, and the owl.
Yep. And there were Easter eggs. Like, he brought Longclaw a flower. Well, it's one of the flowers that spin from the Green Hill Zone.
Cool.
And he went up around a loop-de-loop, and he was like, you know, I'm not even old enough to be in school yet, but even if I was, it wouldn't matter, because there is no school on this planet. And, like, he runs and goes over loop-de-loops, and everything looks just like Green Hill Zone.
Yeah. Do they have, like, the checkpoints at all?
I didn't see one.
Like the, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I didn't see one. I didn't look
also,
too hard for it.
But
I didn't
also,
see
from
one.
a first viewing, it's not.
I plan on seeing it again.
But
just because I want to look for that type of shit. Because apparently there's 97 Easter eggs in the movie.
Jesus Christ. Well, you're always a, like, fan of those too,
yeah.
of, like, trying to find everything.
Yeah. So he goes down to in this little cave, and he has a bandana on, and the bandana has the logo for Sonic on it.
Oh.
Like, it's just like, it doesn't say Sonic, but it's got, like, the loop with the stars and the banner.
Yeah.
And he's got, like, a race car bed, and he's got nunchucks, and he looks like from Sonic the Fighters, and he's got, like, an old TV, and he's got VHS tapes, but whatever. So he, like, goes and he watches Tom's house, like, and he'll watch movies through his window, pretending that they're a family, and it's, like, really creepy. And so he goes and he, like, watches a baseball game from under the bleachers, and it's like a little league baseball game, and he gets really upset that he has no friends.
Yeah.
So that's where the baseball scene comes from.
From the trailer.
Okay, so here's where Sonic gets weird, because all of a sudden Sonic's speed causes electricity. That never happens
out of nowhere,
right? Unless he runs on shit in the games.
Yeah.
His quills start to, like, sparkle,
be electrified,
right?
Yeah.
And Crazy Carl has a quill. And he takes it to the police, and they're just kind of like, whatever.
Yeah.
Well, Sonic runs around, and he gets so pissed off, and he starts running so fast, he causes a massive EMP that takes out the electric in all of fucking California. The entire West Coast goes out, and it's just a big blue surge. And the quill starts glowing in the police office. And, so whatever. So Tom finds him, and Tom has a raccoon problem, so he thinks it's a raccoon, so he shoots Sonic with a tranquilizer. Well, Sonic wakes up and now his legs don't fucking work. So he falls up, and Tom puts him in a cage, like a raccoon cage. Well, Sonic just fucking opens it.
Yeah, because of course he has opposable hands.
Right. And he just goes to walk, and he's, like, talking to Tom, and he goes to walk, and Tom's like, all right, let's go this way. And he goes, okay, I'll be right there. And he just fucking falls off the table. It's hilarious. And So then Jim Carrey shows up and he's Robotnik.
Yep.
And even the government's like, oh, we don't want to bring this guy in. Are you sure? It's like, we don't have a choice. Blah, 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 blah. And he's got all these drones and there's like a thing to badniks and whatnot.
How is Carrey with Robotnik?
He is... If they made a movie about Robotnik, like an animated movie about Robotnik, he would be what I would expect him to be.
Got it.
He, like, cuts people off, shuts them up. There's a whole big scene with, like, a military guy where he's like, what's your name? And he goes, well, I'm Sergeant. I don't care what your name is.
Yes, they showed that in, like, one of the really early trailers.
Right, and he's like, no, I'm in charge here, like, blah, 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 all that sort of stuff. So, and then there's a whole dance scene. He dances, but he dances the way you would expect Robotnik to, because he's like tinkering with his shit and like turning around and like and there's like it's cool, it's funny. And his robots, he sends out a tank.
Yep.
Sonic does his first spin dash, destroys the tank. Didn't know he could do that.
Thing, yeah.
And Tom goes, "How are you alive?" And he goes, "I have no idea."
Same thing.
Right?
That's in the trailer.
Yeah, really good.
They show a lot of stuff in the trailer.
They do.
No, I think about it.
So he's running, and then the tank becomes a smaller car. Then that car becomes a bike. Then that bike becomes like half a bike. Then that bike becomes the little thing that he goes, "Oh, it's cute. Can we keep it?" Right? Well, a whole bunch of shit happens. Whatever. Sonic kind of like blows up. Tom takes him to this house. Whatever. I'm not going to get into that because that's funny. You need to watch that.
Yeah.
And that's where we find out more closely that Sonic doesn't have his shoes. Sonic has like old shoes and bandages on his feet. That's what he's been running on. Because every shoe he wears, he runs through them basically.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. So here's the biggest thing that I've found
bananas
disturbing.
Okay.
If you look at Sonic's design, he's designed after Sonic Boom because his arms are blue and his legs are blue.
Yeah.
Okay. In the games, they're muzzle color.
Yes.
You see Sonic's feet.
Oh no! Does he have like 5 toes?
No, you don't see his toes.
Okay.
You just see the bottom of his foot.
Is it all blue?
It's like what you would expect a cat's or dog's foot to look like. It's got like muzzle color and then blue fur around
and
it.
Like padding?
Yeah.
Like for the bottom, like a paw?
It's
That's
weird. And so...
Would that imply his gloves are like that then too?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Like he's got hands.
Yeah. Yeah, but I would assume they'd also be like paw-like.
Yeah. So
weird.
It's like, yeah.
That's also weird because like hedgehogs don't have that.
I mean, they don't like he didn't show like toe beans like cats have, but it's definitely like
it's definitely weird.
An animal foot.
Yeah.
It almost kind of reminded me of like a rabbit foot.
Gotcha. Oh, okay.
But this little girl who is involved, which I don't want to talk the whole thing about.
Yeah.
She gives him these red Pumas.
Yeah.
And he puts them on. I think they're Pumas. And those are then his shoes.
Yeah.
So he has his shoes. But there's 2 really cool scenes in the movie where Sonic comes up with a bucket list.
But he doesn't like burn through the shoes somehow?
Nope. Yeah, somehow. And I don't know if he burned through them before or if he just found them and put them on.
Yeah.
I don't know the whole story. Because they don't explain that. But there's 2 scenes in the movie. Sonic has a bucket list, and one of them's like a bar fight. But it's really cool because it's just like how they do the Quicksilver things in X-Men, where everything's frozen, but Sonic's moving around. Well, he does that twice.
Okay.
And it's really funny. And then early on in the movie, Sonic's like, oh no, I have to go to the next world. It's not safe here anymore. They figured me out. And he says... I gotta go to this stupid mushroom world next. So my thought, it was a dig at Mario Mushroom Kingdom. It's not. It's Mushroom Hill from Sonic and Knuckles.
That I was gonna say, yeah.
So he throws this ring, doesn't go to it, whatever. So he's throwing a bunch of rings. Robotnik comes up with a system to be able to follow Sonic
through them or whatever.
At speed. So they're chasing each other all through San Francisco and all these different places and whatnot. And he eventually like traps Eggman, and he calls him Eggman, which is neat. And he beats Eggman just like you do in the games. You repeatedly hit him. Well, he repeatedly hits him back and forth and whatnot. And then as soon as it's done, they start playing like the level complete music.
Oh,
which
that's
is kind of
cool.
cool. Yeah, it was neat. But the end of the movie, which is really what shows that there's going to be a sequel.
Oh yeah,
which
yeah.
there definitely will with how much money it brought in.
Yep.
Eggman goes to the Mushroom Planet by accident. He ends up there.
Oh, okay.
So when you see in the trailer when he like stands up and his mustache is real big and he has no hair,
yeah.
Well, he's on that planet.
Oh, okay.
And let me tell you, it's just mushrooms.
Yeah.
And I don't mean like there's grass and then there's mushrooms.
But it's just
like I mean it's just everything's mushroom.
That's
like there's
weird.
nothing but mushrooms. Okay, and then they cut to the mid credit scene and there's a ring.
Of course,
and
there's a fucking
out of the
mid
ring.
post-credit scene.
Yeah, out of the ring pops Tails.
Yeah, I was just gonna
and
say
Tails
that.
has his like the newer gadget, like the big yellow thing that he uses in the newer games.
Yeah.
And he goes, and it sounds just like Tails. I don't know who they got to voice him. But he and by the way, that's what Grant's post was. The MTP.
Oh.
Miles Tails Prower.
Prower.
Yeah.
Got it.
Sorry, Grant. But anyway, so Tails pops out and he goes, I think I finally found him. And it's just him. And at first you just see one tail.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at him like,
the fuck?
and then they see two. And then the only thing that it was a little, whatever, is he gets up and he starts to fly. But his tails really look animated when they spin.
Oh,
like,
okay.
it's like in Sonic Adventure when they almost look like they're not there.
Yeah.
It's like that. And then he just fucking zips right down.
Oh,
like
shit.
he's just as
He's just
fast
like
as
hella
Sonic.
fast, yeah.
Yeah. So obviously there's a problem. Tails is trying to find Sonic. Somehow Tails knows Sonic. We don't know if they already know each other. And I'm going to assume that Sonic has to go back and find Eggman, and Knuckles for some reason ends up on the planet, and Sonic and Knuckles butt heads because Knuckles is the one that kills Longclaw.
Yeah.
That's my theory of how the sequel will go. But I liked the movie. The two things that...
Well, it might be like Knuckles' parents. Only because
Right.
if that were the case, because then Knuckles would be
younger.
10 years older.
Right.
At least than Sonic.
Right.
As opposed to like relatively the same age.
But it was good. It was definitely geared towards kids in the way that the story was told, but it was also, they really did heavy on the nostalgia aspect of it.
For like fans of Sonic.
And
yeah.
they did well with it because Sonic isn't like heavy on lore and it's not heavy on story.
Yeah.
And it didn't adapt to story. The only two things that I was kind of like, whatever with are...
Well, and they certainly went their own direction with lore.
Right. With the rings, and then...
The electricity kind of...
Right, which comes back then when he's fighting Eggman at the end.
To do shit
He
later.
gets super, super mad at Eggman. And his eyes go from green to blue. His eyes are bright blue now.
Huh.
And he's just fucking spurting electricity.
Yeah.
And the electricity is actually like hurting Eggman.
Yeah.
And the quill breaks out of the thing. And Eggman has it when he's on the Mushroom Island or whatever, Mushroom Planet. But... like this electricity is actually like doing damage to him, and Sonic doesn't have electric powers, but his quills start to glow when he's going electric, and it like shocks Eggman, when he's holding it and he licks it or whatever, and it shocks him. Like
that's weird.
Yeah, it's really, really weird.
It's like a pseudo like Super Saiyan thing.
Yeah, and you know what? To answer your question about the toes, he does have toes.
How many though?
5.
That's weird. And that's too many.
The reason, I think it's 5, but the reason I know that is because they show his footprint in the ground, and it's from the foot that has the bandages on it, and not the shoe.
Yeah.
So it looks like a regular human, well, not quite human foot. But,
but still, you can identify. Oh, that's weird.
And Eggman, at first, Robotnik's like,
that's so weird.
It's the Native American shadow people or something, and it's like a real thing.
Yeah.
But. He's definitely like he has like this minion that's a person, and it's not like a robot. And by the way, the drones look like the gun bad things, like the things labeled
like
gun in
OG
Sonic
one?
Adventure 2.
Oh, yeah.
Not the animals.
Gotcha.
It looks like the ones in Sonic Adventure 2 where they're like all like the floating drones.
Yes,
like that's what they look like.
Got it.
They're just all white. But he's got this minion dude. I can't remember his name.
I can't believe they're not red.
Yeah, I know. Everything else is red, and he drives a big black truck. But
oh well.
Yeah, but this dude is like Eggman just fucking like rips into him all the time for fun.
He's like the comedic relief.
He just like yells at him all the fucking time. Yeah, and like because he's
like the goof.
So, like Tom and Sonic are at his house, and Eggman breaks into Tom's house, and Tom and Sonic escape and get in the truck. And they start driving away, and this minion shows up at the house, and he comes in to check on Robotnik, and Robotnik's like, "So you saw the truck driving away from the house at high speed?" And he's like, "Yeah."
It didn't do anything.
And you didn't go after it. He goes,
exactly.
"Well, I wanted to check on you." He's like, "I don't care about me," but I think he did good. He Jim Carrey definitely brought a different aspect to Robotnik, and the fact that Robotnik isn't skinny, and also they call him Evo, not Ivo. I always thought his name was Ivo Robotnik.
Yeah.
Apparently it's Evo, and
maybe they did that to kind of make more sense with Eggman.
Maybe.
Because that was always, I mean,
he calls him Eggman because his thing looks like an egg.
Yeah, exactly.
And he kind of is built like an egg.
Well, I was going to say OG Robotnik, yeah. But that was always the thing of, they flipped it, and then, what was it, in Sonic Adventure, then they tried to actually add lore to it where the old one was Robotnik, and then his son was Eggman, and then, that made more sense. But, yeah, that was always, and I don't know. I mean, this is coming from someone who, diehard read a lot of the old school, not the newer stuff, but the old school 90s, Archie comics and stuff. Right. So, when it came to actual, any type of, which it was always a clusterfuck, but any type of, actual Sonic lore and shit.
And he reads the Flash comics, too.
Does he?
That's his thing. He reads the Flash. But there's a lot of, he makes a Fast and the Furious reference. He says, what does he say? He's like, you got to be like Vin Diesel, Tom. It's all about family. So I thought that was funny. And then there's a reference to the movie Speed with Keanu Reeves. I think that's who that's.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I can't go 55 or some shit.
No, it's he points at him and says the line in the movie that I can't think of what it is.
The one about if you go 55 or what is it? I have to get everyone off this bus.
No. It's I don't know. I have to watch it again. I can't remember. But and then he does. I like the thing where he's got the fish on his head. He goes, "I'm cold. I'm wet. There's a fish on my head." And then he shakes it off, and he's all fluffy.
Yeah,
which was funny.
Same thing. They showed so much in the trailer. Mm-hmm. They really did show a shit ton in the trailer.
They did. They didn't show. I mean, even the dog.
They didn't show anything of Green Hill Zone first, which I'm glad.
Yeah. The biggest things that they didn't show were Sonic and Eggman actually fighting.
Yeah.
All that was kind of held from it. The echidnas were obviously held.
Well,
from the trailer.
the only thing I saw from it at all was the million missiles.
Yeah,
and then the slow-mo shot. That was the
and that's
shot.
A whole big fucking thing.
Yeah.
To the point where he actually throws Tom off of a building.
Oh shit! Just to catch him later.
Yeah, but he doesn't think about it. He just throws him. He just throws him off the building, and he goes, "Oh, I gotta go get it." And Tom's falling this. And Sonic's and then Sonic starts running down the building, and that's how you find out Eggman he harnessed the power of Sonic's quill. Mm-hmm. For his egg
energy
floater
shit.
thing,
and
that's how he gets Sonic speed through the quill.
Weird.
Yeah, but
one quill.
Right, but he all of a sudden starts following Sonic at Sonic's speed through this slow-mo shot. Yeah. So it's really cool because all of a sudden he's moving really fast too.
That's cool.
So it was neat. It was cool, but it's definitely different. I am excited for a sequel.
Okay.
But going into it, you have to
have an open mind.
You have to forget what you know. Yeah. And embrace what they changed.
It's a completely original interpretation.
Correct. Keeping the same design, keeping the same ideas.
At least of Sonic.
Right. Keeping the same ideas of who the characters are personality-wise.
Yeah. How about this? If you're a casual, you have to go in as a casual.
Yes. If you're a diehard, you're going to pick it apart.
Yeah, exactly.
I did pick it apart.
Of course, yeah.
But I didn't pick it apart. But you still could
enjoy it.
Yeah, I didn't pick it apart too bad. There's even a Chili Dogs reference.
Yeah, see, you need that.
It's stuff like that.
They give you stuff that you need.
He goes, what is that thing that I ate? And he was like, it's a chili dog. He goes, that thing's fantastic. So it's stuff like that that's really, really cool.
Nice. They give you enough stuff to enjoy.
Yeah, absolutely.
So out of 10... What are you giving this bad boy? How many chili dogs out of 10?
How many chili dogs?
How many chili dogs are we giving Sonic?
To be fair,
I feel like you want to say 7, but you want to say 8. Your real brain is saying 7, and you want to say 8.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. My real brain is saying it's a 7.
7. But you definitely enjoyed it, so for you personally, it's an 8.
Yes, and I think a kid going to see this movie is going to love it.
Jam it. Yeah.
I think anybody that really doesn't know a whole lot about Sonic
we'll just jump
is
into it
also
and be like, cool.
Yeah, like, oh man, that was great.
I played one Sonic game once. So
yeah,
this is
but
fun.
some of the crazy Carl dude, like he's awesome.
Yeah,
because all of a sudden they're like,
is he like a famous actor? Or is
no,
it
he's just some old guy that he's like the Bigfoot hunter. He's like, oh, the Blue Devil exists.
Yeah.
And at the end, when Sonic shows up and everybody sees him
like,
fighting Eggman, he shows up with a fucking chainsaw ready to help Sonic. He's just got and the assistant sheriff or deputy or whatever they're called. He was like, Carl, just put the chainsaw away. We don't need that.
We're good.
And he's like, no, put it away. So. But he's like one of those alien hunters. Like, he's dressed like he belongs like in an RV in the forest, looking for Sonic. He's got bear traps all over the place, and Sonic just like skips around him, and he's like, "I'll get you one of these days." He's like, "No, you won't, Carl." Like, it's funny. It's really
Sonic's biggest threat, Carl.
But it's also kind of creepy because in Sonic's Lonesome, when he doesn't introduce himself to the world, he literally knows who everybody is and what they do. Oh, and
so he just stalks everybody.
And he calls Tom to his face Donut Lord. He doesn't ever call him Tom until the end of the movie. He calls him. He's like, "Hey, so you're Donut Lord," and he's like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "Well, you talk to donuts." So it's good. It's funny. I like it.
Jesus. Well, at least I'm glad on like that aspect it hit. I mean, that's always the thing with video game adaptations. Like, it's so tough to hit the mark.
Well,
like,
that's why I think Sonic was perfect, because Sonic has
especially
so many
live
stories.
action.
Yeah, Sonic has so many stories.
Oh,
like,
yeah, absolutely.
You can't tie it to one. Like, they can't do a Sonic Adventure adaptation. They can't do a Sonic Heroes adaptation. Like, it'd be impossible.
Yeah, so Heroes would be nuts. The only one I could see them try to get away with would be, like, Sonic Adventure 2.
Yeah.
Because that one does have a pretty clear-cut story.
Yeah, and there is realism to it.
Shit's happening.
It's all on Earth.
The moon's a satellite, and then the ending is they go supersonic and destroy an alien slug thing living out of the moon. It gets supernatural pretty quick, but I'm just saying.
But for the beginning of it,
they're at least running on the streets.
The pyramids opening up after they fight a golem and shoot a rocket out of it. It's a little out there. But the
Knuckles flies around and fights a big ghost.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. Yeah, well, what do they call him? Boom Boo? Isn't that it? Boom
Boo?
The
name of the big ghost?
Yeah, that looks just like Boo.
Yes. Yeah, but his eyes are really green and
Isn't
weird.
it King Boom Boo?
It might be. You're gonna have to look it up because I definitely don't know what the fuck it is.
Or Boo Boom or something.
I think it's King something because I
think
he does have a crown or something.
Yeah, because he looks just like King Boo from Mario.
Oh yeah, 100%.
But
it's even the opposite where it's like you have to run around him quick enough to hit him because he chases you from behind always. Yeah. They really did. Like, I didn't even think about that until now. They literally just copied a Boo. 1,000 fucking %.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I knew that right away.
That fight was infuriating. I remember trying to, like, trying to get an S rank on it. That fucking fight, like, super fucking
it was impossible.
Oh, my God.
But no, I think they did good, and I think if they keep going and it keeps being a success, we could see... Like, they already said they want to introduce a lot of the other characters into the world, and I think it'd be really cool to have Metal Sonic in a live-action movie. Because they, like, I mean, obviously he'll be CGI, but they don't have to worry about the fur. And realistically, the CGI that they did was really good because the fur on Sonic looks the same as the fur on Pikachu.
Well, I was just going to say, they're at the point now where they have so many... It can be so finite with, like, what they can set up, or, like... so vast with it that it blends in at least to the point of CGI where I believe enough where if I'm staring at it individually it looks weird, but it definitely can blend into the movie if I just kind of take like a back step. Right. You know what I mean? Like I think we're at that point. James Marsden being in the movie, this wasn't his first CGI.
No,
he did with Hop.
Right.
Yeah.
So
they even did like a parallel where they literally have the same car shot.
Right.
Almost.
Well, I liked the fact that they picked him because it wasn't his first rodeo dealing with a CGI character.
Yep.
And I watched an interview where he was saying how they were telling him, "Oh, well, Sonic's gonna be over there." He's like, "No, where are his eyes? I want to look at his eyes because I want to be talking to this character."
Yep.
And he did a really good job at dealing with it.
Oh yeah, I believe it. He's also done like a lot of C-list like comedies too. He's good on the humor.
At one point, he has to carry an unconscious Sonic.
Yeah, so he has to like try to figure where he's gonna hold it.
But he did really good.
Yeah,
and
like it didn't look super janky or anything.
Right.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
That's huge. I mean, yeah, like I was saying, like video game adaptations are tough. Like I think the only one that I saw, even semi recently, that I try to tell everybody about is the new animated Castlevania on Netflix. It's like so fucking good.
And
just announced
see
season 3.
that's
It's so fucking.
but that's totally different. It's animated.
Animated,
it's not,
exactly.
Right.
But dude, like, I mean, Jesus Christ, we know between the two of us how fucking tough is it, whether it's animated or even live action, to just get a video game adaptation. It's still fucking like insane. The one I do want to check out, they're doing what is it? DC's doing that, or at least the subdivision of DC is doing an animated movie for Scorpion.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're doing like an origin.
Well, they're also
like
doing
Scorpion.
a Mortal Kombat movie.
Really?
Oh, you didn't hear about this?
No.
Oh yeah, it's a live action Mortal Kombat movie. They've been casting it for
Oh fuck!
but it's like
I haven't heard that at all.
it's like not like The Rock's not in it.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
it's
yeah,
not
yeah.
like
It's not like a bunch of like infamous.
yeah, it's
fucking
not
people.
like a blockbuster like ridden. Let's pick all of Hollywood to make this movie. Like it sounds like it's gonna be a really good movie.
It's probably gonna be like how an intro for like Star Wars, where they pick a bunch of good actors, but they're not necessarily people that you would automatically be like, oh, AAA actor in 55 movies.
Right.
Yeah.
So it seems like it's gonna be good, and a lot of it like they're not.
It's already gonna be better than every live action Mortal Kombat movie.
But they're picking like actually
accurate,
ethnic accurate characters. Yes. Like I don't want to say
they're casting properly.
Yeah, I don't want to say Asian because that's rude.
Yeah.
But like if it's a Japanese character, it's a Japanese actor.
Exactly.
Like
they're casting appropriately.
Right. And they're picking people I've never heard of their names, but they've been in stuff and I've looked them up. But I think it's 2021 that's coming out.
I would assume so.
But I don't remember if it's 1 or 2.
Bro, can't wait for a trailer.
Yeah, it seems interesting.
Trailer's gonna be tight. Yeah. That's weird. Yeah, I can't believe I didn't hear about that. I usually try to keep up on that shit. Yeah, I'm usually up to snuff, especially with the video game shit. I'm usually up to snuff.
Oh, and The Witcher's. I mean, The Witcher's more of an adaptation of the
book.
But
yeah,
The Witcher was
true.
great.
Witcher's really good.
Which I don't know if you saw. They released the season 2 cast today because production started today.
Well, I kept seeing leaks of like they got what's his face from Game of Thrones.
Yeah, he's in it.
They were trying to cast the other two big people. What was
Michael Keaton and
Bond villain from Casino Royale, and I don't know his name.
Mads Mikkelsen.
There it is. I was like, he's in so many things. He's in so many fucking things.
So
are they both in it?
They were not in the cast release.
Oh, okay.
But if
they're still trying to get them.
If they are in it, it's probably in a role that we're not
like a one shot type deal.
But supposedly Mark Hamill was offered the role of Vesemir.
Oh, good.
Because Mark Hamill said...
Well, he was like, this would be perfect.
Yeah, and then he went on and said, he goes, there's been talks. And if he already said it'd be perfect, he probably took it. Yeah. But they're not going to release that because they're going to want that to be the big stardom, like, boom, hey, in your face.
Get ready for
here's Mark Hamill.
Next one, yeah. Oh, my God.
But supposedly it's going to come out in spring of 2021.
Oh, I can't wait.
So
I love the first season. I thought it was so good.
Oh, yeah, it was awesome.
I know a couple of people were critiquing it a bit, but, like, the fact that we got that close to it. And
I think Henry Cavill did a fantastic job.
I give him so much.
Worried.
Same. I give him so much more credit than normal because in so many other movies he's like always like the clean cut fucking dude. Always just throws like the one-liners, and I didn't think that was going to translate well. But he just changed his one-liners now to like fuck, and it worked perfectly. He just put some grit in his voice. Yeah,
it's like, oh my God.
He just put some grit in his voice. Had like he knows when to pause, and he has. Which I didn't think would correlate well, but it correlated a million times better than I thought. Like, he has definitely enough presence on screen.
Oh, yeah.
Where when the things he's saying, are going to be important. And, like, the times of when he's doing stuff, like, you know when to listen.
He's got the build for the role.
Yeah.
Like, he really, like, he did beef himself up. Like, obviously he beefed himself up for Superman. But he definitely looked the part.
Yeah.
And what I found out I'm in this group called The Save Point.
Big flex, but okay.
Yeah, on Facebook. I'm in this group called The Save Point, which is a group basically full of gamer dads.
Got it.
And Adrienne threw me in the group because she thought I'd be friends with the guy who it runs it, who's really cool.
Yeah.
I don't remember,
it did work.
Yeah. I don't remember if he shared it or somebody else did. But they found out that Jaskier is another language. In that language, it means dandelion.
Oh, no shit.
So that's why they named him that. Because they didn't want to name him Dandelion because it's a fucking rough ass show. So let's call this Pipsqueak Dandelion. So they called him Jaskier.
That totally makes sense.
Yeah, so it's a different language's word for dandelion.
That totally makes sense.
So it made me feel a lot better about it.
So yeah, that's, I mean, like, oh, it's just so like that's the thing. Like we're on the precipice now of finally not automatically hearing a video game adaptation isn't the complete like death side of anything, which is like.
And I think Detective Pikachu was a good start for this.
I definitely think so.
Like,
but I would like to just see an actual, like Pokemon, like just full Pokemon,
right?
Like not Detective Pikachu or not this like other thing. I just want to actually see Pokemon,
right?
Because like what was it I guess it was an animated movie, but every time I always see it, they always cut it up into parts. But that whole, I think they did it now. It's probably like 4 or 5 years old. But that whole pretty much like origin story of like Red and actually having an animated setup of Red.
That was
it was like a 5 episode.
It was a
like
5-part special.
Yes,
yeah, it was never a full movie.
Yeah, I was like, but that was amazing. Like that was everything I wanted.
And now they're taking Pokemon the first movie and remaking it in CG, or they already did.
Oh, they did, but it's not out yet, and it's gonna be on Netflix. Yeah. I can't fucking wait. I'm so amped.
I'm shocked.
I was originally gonna go like when I first heard the announcement, I was like, dude, I'm gonna put my like nostalgia brain and times it by 1,000,000 because it was like one of the first movies I think like before Toy Story.
Yeah.
Where I like sat in the theater and my brain fucking.
I remember my mom cried at that movie.
My dad took me to go see Pokemon like the movie, and I remember like even at the end because there's like it gets super. That ending is like pretty emotional.
Oh my god, yeah.
Oh shit. And I remember I was like, holy fuck, I didn't expect to feel this much over like fucking Pokemon. I was like, oh my god. But yeah, even I remember like I was driving home with my dad, and my dad was like, that was a good movie. Like that was just a good movie. And then he took me to go see Pokemon 3.
Oh yeah.
Like when that came out, he was like, yeah, we gotta see like that one. I was like, fuck yeah, let's fucking go. Entei's fucking shit up in this one. Let's fucking do it. Oh man, those are good fucking movies. But yeah, like that's interesting. The only thing I don't like, which I've argued with a couple people about, Mewtwo's new armor, and I don't like that. Right. That's fucking insane. They took like, speaking of going back to Sonic, they took like Shadow Edgelord, and then times it by 1,000,000 for his fucking armor. His armor's like spiky, and like it's like first of all it's jet black. He's almost completely covered. It's not like before where he just mostly had like a chest piece and then like the helmet. No, he has like this whole backpack fucking thing that like jukes out. It's very fucking weird. Yeah. You have to look. If you look it up, you're gonna.
See, I didn't really like his armor in the original either.
But I don't think you're gonna like it in this one. Unless, I mean, like I said, unless you like things dial up to 8. It's like for Pokemon's sake, it's over exaggerated. Yeah. That's saying something. Like it stands out way too much. But like I said, we'll see. Maybe it breaks over time, so it looks more normal after a bit. Like I don't fucking know. But yeah, I mean that was always
that
one.
Should be good.
Yeah, that's always one thing that I've jammed. It's just the only thing of like I'm gonna mentally picture the original voice for Ash, and it's not gonna be. Right. And so automatically I'm like, yeah. But we'll see. We'll see how the fuck
we don't even know if they got the original voices for Brock and Misty back. Because they're not in the show anymore.
That's true. Well, they came back.
Oh, they're back now?
They came back for like 5 episodes in Sun and Moon.
Oh.
And they were the originals.
Oh, okay. So maybe they got the original.
Who the fuck knows, though, if they got for the animated movie. But every time I see that, though, I just get pissed off because I'm like, why couldn't they just bring the original Ash back?
Yeah.
I don't fucking get it. There had to be something weird that happened with the voice acting for it because it's not like the voice actor died.
Right.
I don't know what happened to her. Who the fuck knows? I gotta look that up fucking post-podcast and figure out what the fuck's going on. But yeah, man. But the other thing I was gonna bring up, I know we were kind of talking about it pre-podcast, but how the fuck is the bands, the fucking shows? You've been talking that it's been like kicking up to 11. You have no free time, so
free time's gone. No, it's good. I have acoustic shows lined up, but I'm glad that I don't have any for a while because I wound up blowing my speaker. I used it as a monitor, and which is fine.
How'd you pull that off? Oh, you mean just a got it.
Yeah, monitor, not screen.
Yes,
monitor for me.
As a man with a computer in front of me, I was like, what? But no, now I totally.
You know what I mean by monitor, right?
Yes,
like a speaker that points at me so I can hear myself.
Exactly, yes. Okay. Like a gauge for where you're at.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. So, I never EQ'd it for the band, because I figured, you know what, whatever. It's been fine. I've been able to deal with it. You know, it's whatever. Well, we play Bad Romance, and if you ever hear the intro to Bad Romance, it's very bassy.
Yeah.
Well, the keyboards went, and it was turned up, and the speaker went poof, and it worked for a while, and then in the middle of an acoustic show, it just didn't work anymore. And it would work for like 2-3 minutes at a time, and then shut back off.
Then just like
so I gotta figure out what's wrong with it. I'm sure it's like something.
Might just be a wire.
Yeah, something I just gotta solder back together or whatever.
Yeah.
But Randy, my guitar player, he works in electronics, so I'm hoping I can get him to look at it.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Because he fixes a bunch of shit.
Mm-hmm.
But he built his entire speaker system, so I'm hoping he can just kind of fix it and give back to me.
Yeah. Fingers crossed.
Yeah, but because it was a $500 speaker, and I don't feel like paying that again.
Yeah.
So anyway, so that kind of sucked, but we've been getting gig offers like left and right, and
for better than nothing.
For everything.
Oh, okay,
yeah,
okay.
I just got hit up today about there's a place down here in Lancaster that we play at, the Riverside place that I tell you guys about, the super smoky that you gotta be on the guest list kind of thing. Well, in the summer, Wednesday nights from 6 to 9 or 6 to 8, they have acoustic stuff outside on their patio.
Oh,
and it's outside, so I don't have to worry about like inhaling smoke all the time.
So you can breathe.
Yeah, but he hit me up today about giving me dates, and there's a place in Reamstown, which is like 20 minutes from here.
Yeah.
And they offered me a date that I took. Better Than Nothing's been getting dates like crazy.
Yeah. Well, I was about to say that one's always been
which we have less dates than we did last year. But that's because everybody decided to take lots of vacations, and we took the summer off. We're only playing one show in June, one show in July. We weren't going to play in any in August, but we wound up getting an offer we didn't want to pass up.
Shit happens.
There's a place in Reading that we haven't played before. It's called Captain's Cove.
Okay.
And I was there for the first time last year, and I heard about it, but I always thought it was like a dive bar. Like, you go into this place,
from, like, the outside.
And it's like, well, not even from the outside, just from like people talking about like Captain's Cove, and it's in the mountains in Reading.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, okay, this place is like, I'm gonna walk in and there's like crossbones on the walls, and they serve like whatever. Well, turns out I was very, very wrong. Mm-hmm. It's attached to a 4-star hotel and restaurant, and the place is. I mean, you've been to the Railroad House.
Yeah.
Okay, you've been to Beverly Hills.
Yes.
Picture both of them together as one venue.
Oh shit! So it's fucking huge.
It's huge, but it's outside and inside. So
shit!
If it's nice out, we play outside on a big round stage area. If it's not nice out, or if we choose to play inside, we play inside the bar, which has a grill that's open all night long where they make hot dogs and hamburgers, and a big round bar just like they have at Beverly Hills.
Yeah.
But it's the vibe of the Railroad House, but also the vibe of like a beach bar, because there's like, you can play cornhole, and there's a trail that you can go up that leads up to the mountain.
Oh, that's dope.
And there's giant palm trees, and you can sit outside. There's a giant water fountain and a bridge that makes it look like you're going over the water.
That's dope.
Like, it's a really cool
cool
place.
Mix. Yeah.
So they got us in there, and then we just booked this place that's about 45 minutes east of my house. It's all the way down Route 100. But it's a relatively new place. It's in Washington Township. It's in Bechtelsville is the place it's called. But it's right on like the Berks County line.
I love PA for the fucking weirdest fucking town names.
Yeah, it's in Bechtelsville, which is next to Bally. But
right in between Bechtelsville and Bally. Like, imagine a fucking pseudo mattress fucking commercial or some shit. Just on the corner of Bechtel and Bally.
They're on the Berks County line, and we've been looking to expand outside of Berks County so we can play different places with fresh faces.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, this place.
Do you make that rhyme on purpose?
No, I did not.
You son of a bitch.
This place is huge.
I make infomercials. You throw me that fucking slogan.
Yeah, right.
I talk about slogans. Throw me that fucking one.
This place is huge. It's 2 stories. We play upstairs. They move all the tables, and it has like an inside of the Railroad House vibe.
Okay.
And the ceilings are about the same height, but it's probably 10 of them put together.
Oh shit!
And then there's a hall where they have weddings and banquets. and stuff.
Okay.
The place is gigantic.
So I was about to say, it's gotta be
and they
massive
wanted
for
us to
events.
play there in April, but my other band is booked the night that they wanted us, and then the other night our keyboard player couldn't do it. So we're pretty much now completely booked for the year, unless somebody picks a Friday somewhere that we're open.
Somebody like Hail Marys.
Yeah. But it's, or if we get offered to play like one of the carnivals or something over those.
Yeah.
We would do that if we're all around.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's more of a flip of the coin and see if everyone hits.
Yeah, and if and the carnivals pay a lot more than everybody else does. So
there you go.
The carnivals are nice, but
really, that's surprising.
Yeah,
just from hearing from the outside. I mean,
normally they do. If it's like Well,
is it because like it's like a one event thing, so they just kind of go ham on it?
and they get the profits from it.
Oh, it's more direct.
Yeah, and some places, depending on who actually runs it, the carnival people actually pay for part of it.
Oh,
because it depends. It's some carnivals come with entertainment included, and if they don't provide entertainment, sometimes they have an entertainment clause where they'll pay like 15% of your entertainment bill. So if they say, oh well, you know what, we're gonna do 500, well then they pay 15% of the 500, so you actually get whatever that is. Is
that ever still like a hassle for you guys, like trying to find, because like you just said that you were trying to branch out, is that ever like difficult to try to like either number one like just find a new place in general, or is it difficult to ever like negotiate how that shit goes?
Yes and no. I've reached out. We haven't reached out to too many places yet because we were comfortable where we were at.
Yeah.
But then we decided, you know what? Let's not be comfortable. Let's try to change it up and maybe feel like we make ourselves new. Let's bring the presence that made us feel like we were on top to a different place that'll once again make us feel like we're on top.
Totally.
A couple of the places that I reached out to, they weren't. They were either already booked up or they do half the year at a time, so they weren't ready, or I just didn't hear back from them for whatever reason. It could be because I messaged the Facebook page, and the person that runs the Facebook page isn't the person that deals with the music or whatever.
So you're always the one that usually books it.
It's my responsibility. Cool. A lot of the times, Zach, our drummer, will get messages just because...
Just through networking.
Because he'll either respond to it first, or his phone number is the contact phone number that we have. But everything ultimately goes through me. The thing that we find the most difficult is I started booking for 2020 in September.
Yeah.
So
to try to book ahead,
right?
That makes sense.
I book the whole year at a time because I know that everybody's got their schedules. I know that everybody wants to move around and do stuff.
And it's important that you lock that in now,
right?
So I want to make time.
Right. A lot of clubs don't do that anymore. They'll book.
It's more like a couple weeks in advance.
Yeah, we'll do up till April. It's like, okay, but I can't guarantee you then anything after April.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I'll give you a show in February. I'll give you a show in April. You may not see me again until next January because I can't do that.
You can't be that consistent with it.
We have clubs,
or at least with that particular place,
right? And this is gonna sound cocky, but we have clubs that potentially like almost fight over us because they.
Well, so you've been at a lot. I mean, you've been performing at a lot of places for a while, too.
So. And they try to get us to play, and either they have a stipulation where we feel like we won't do well there, or they try to pick dates, and I have other places that are pending those dates, and they're not willing to pay the money that the other place will.
Yeah.
And ultimately, I'm going to pick the place that's going to give us more money. For instance, we had a place, which I'm not going to say the name because I don't want to derogatorize
for the
place.
best.
Yeah. But we had a place that wanted us to play. And they contacted us, and it was a night where we would have had to move somebody's personal thing to play. But they agreed, so we agreed to give them 2 dates.
Yeah.
And they said, well, how much? And we gave them our price. And they said, well, we don't know if we can do that. And I said, well, we're making a move for you, and we have other places that will easily take these dates that I'm waiting to book. Like, so if you want it, it's this price.
Yeah.
And they said, okay, fine, whatever. Well, I get a message from somebody else like a month later. And they're like, hey, have you ever considered playing at this place before? And I was like, yeah, we actually booked 2 dates there. And they're like, oh, you did? It's like, yeah. And they're like, well, I just took over booking, and the owner gave me a blank calendar.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
And I said, so my dates aren't in there.
Yeah.
And they said, no. I said, well, these are the dates that I booked. They're like, okay, well, it's an empty calendar, so I'll write them in. I want you guys to be the first band we bring in. I'm like, well, I won't be the first band, but you can do the booking with me for the first band. Whatever.
The booking will be first.
Right.
But
And then they said, okay, and X price is good. And I said, no, I would negotiate it and agreed to this price. And they said, okay, well, I don't know if I can do that. I'm like, well, they said they could before, so if you can't do that, I'm not going to play.
Yeah.
It's like, again, I have other places I can go to.
Exactly.
And they were like, okay.
Spot that much or whatever.
And they were like, okay, fine, we'll do it. And honestly, I'm not going to say the price out loud, but it was only $100 difference.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Not much.
Well, then I find out that they have a stipulation where we're not allowed to put a mic in the kick drum. Okay.
Is there a particular reason?
Well, technically, we're not allowed to have mics on the drum at all. They live.
Is it because it's like too loud?
They have their business where somebody lives close by and they complain. And there's been enough noise complaints for this place that they've gotten fined.
It's a fucking band. Like,
yep. So they said
playing.
that we're not allowed to have a microphone in the kick drum.
Okay.
And I said, well, we have to have a microphone in the kick drum because my drummer uses in-ear monitors, and when he's in it, he can't hear the kick drum.
Yeah, exactly.
He can feel it, but if you really want us to put on our best show, he needs to hear it.
Yeah.
And he said, well, when you agree to play a place and the place has rules and stipulations, you need to abide by those rules. Where if you are scheduled to play 8 to 11 and there's somebody eating dinner in your spot and you can't set up until 8, so therefore can't start till 8:30, that's just the way it is. I said, that's fine. I'll wait for people to finish eating. I'll wait for pool tables to get moved.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to say that I'll come here and do my show and not be able to do my show. It's not going to work.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's stuff like that bugs us, and you know, we didn't get it. I canceled the gigs and told them forget it.
Yeah, well, but if they're going to give you that much fucking red tape over the whole fucking thing.
Well, then there's another place that we played before that was a really nice place. It was odd because the dance floor was in a square that was surrounded by like 4 pillars, and it separated the band from the dance floor. Very strange.
Weird.
But it's a private club. So when you go there, you have to sign in, and it's a $3 cover, and a member has to touch your money in order for you to get alcohol, because, you know, whatever. Well, they changed their policy where you can no longer bring guests.
Oh, like no plus ones or anything?
So if you're not a member, you have to pay a $13 cover to get in, and that makes you a member.
Yeah.
Well, we don't have any fans that are members at this place, and nobody's going to pay $13 just to see us and then become a member at a place that they're never going to go back to again, to get bombarded by somebody by the club asking them then to renew their membership and show up to meetings. It's not going to happen. So we dropped that place too. So it's things like that we have to go around sometimes.
Do they have, at that type of venue though, would it be like, do they kind of guarantee that there's already that many heads in the place when you perform?
Nope.
So it could like totally be like empty.
Yeah, it could be like 2 people.
Oh yeah.
Like, because all it is the members.
It's just the members. Yeah.
You can't. There's no outsiders allowed.
That's super.
And before, it used to be you could just show up and pay $3. You didn't even need to know anybody.
Yeah.
You just signed in, paid the $3, and here you go. Now you have to come with a member, and you have to pay $13 to become a member, or you're not allowed inside.
Super strict.
And it's cash. Who carries $13 in cash?
Yeah, I was gonna say. Cash is just rare nowadays, even too.
Seriously.
I mean, you'll see it more at like a bar, but especially like a private setup too. That's sometimes even harder.
Right.
Yeah.
And then we have places like the Railroad House that we do a lot of good business with, and the owner's really good to us. And
we're
really good to him.
That's like big.
We give him 6 to 8 shows a year, and we're there all the time, and it's definitely our best.
Yeah.
You know, it's our best venue. We have the most fun there.
Well, they give you the most freedom.
Yes.
They let you, you know, there's definitely like a relate.
You know, we're
like
supposed to play 10 to 1.
There.
Most of the times we play 10, 15 to 2.
Exactly. And it's like, if as long as you're having a good time playing and they're letting you play, then yeah.
And we have a great time. They have a great time, and they never complain about the noise there. And you know, it's
well,
always
Jesus
a good time.
Christ, at least for that spot, you're next to the train tracks where fucking trains are going.
Yeah,
anyway,
you'd be surprised how many times he gets fined though.
Really?
Oh my god, yeah.
That's mind blowing.
Yeah, people across the street.
What are they gonna file also too against the fucking trains going by?
Well, that's my thought. Like, the train is 10 times louder than us.
Absolutely. There's times where you and me have been shooting the shit, and even in the bar, in the back room of the bar, I can't hear what you're saying because
when
the train is going.
Yep.
Like,
and you can talk and hear people when we're playing.
Yes, exactly. Yeah,
so
like Jesus Christ,
whatever.
Fucking nuts. How's the gravity shot thing going?
Good. We don't get to play that often because prior commitments between other people.
Yeah, totally. Well, and plus that one's more of the even like 100% like self startup thing too.
So we have, I think, 5 or 6 more shows this year, where 3 of them are brand new places.
Oh, okay, that's dope.
One of them actually 2 of them we play at with Better Than Nothing, which is how I got in.
Nice.
The one is up at Hamburg, and the other one's the Riverside place down here. So that'll be a 4-hour show. And that.
Damn. Sure.
Yeah, it's a 4-hour that we play 8 to 12 down here. And he's really good to us too. He's awesome. You have to be on the guest list to get in, but there's no cover. You just have to be on the guest list for the band.
Yeah.
But the beer is super cheap.
There you go.
Super cheap. Like $1 for a Yingling.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
It's fantastic.
So everyone's dying.
We get a $50 bar tab for a 5-piece band, and we still have $20 at the end of the night. Yeah, it's fantastic. But and Adrian and I ate there already, and we had dinner for $11.
Oh, nice.
Like,
Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah.
It's fantastic. But we play there in August, and then we booked this new place called Homer's, and it's a very small bar.
Mm-hmm.
But my drummer wanted to play there for a while, and they actually contacted us out of the blue. And I asked him, like, how he found out about us. Like, how do you even, like, see us?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know anybody there. And he was like, well, I was looking at my event calendar, and you showed up as a suggested event for somewhere else. And I thought, you know what? You're a band I haven't heard. Let's bring you in. I'm like, all right,
Yeah,
cool.
fuck it, yeah.
So it works out.
There you go.
And we're playing 2 different benefit-style things. One of them I'm doing with Better Than Nothing, so I open it and close it.
Oh, shit. That's dope. That's
yeah,
fucking
so
awesome.
it's cool.
Nice.
But it gives the opportunity for other people to hear both bands. Which are completely different still.
Oh, yeah. I was
we
about
just-
to say, yeah, the sound you've been...
We just
going
added
for.
new songs for Gravity Shot, which one of them was Possum Kingdom,
Oh, shit.
which is a lot of fun to play. It's very difficult, but it's a lot of fun. One
Yeah,
of
one is
them,
definitely intricate.
yeah, one of them was 2 Tickets to Paradise, which is totally out there compared to the other stuff that we do.
I was going to say, for at least Gravity Shot, yeah, that's way more classic.
Way more classic and mellow. Well, I mean, we do a lot of classic stuff, but it's way more mellow than the rest of the stuff.
Yeah, that is a better way to put it.
One of them is Hotel California.
Oh, okay.
Which is neat because my bass player winds up playing his 12-string, and I play the bass.
Shit.
So we've got that intro sound going.
That's
so it's
sick.
neat. And then we learned Basket Case.
Brilliant.
There's another new one too that we learned. I don't remember what it was. But recently, like, we learned She Fucking Hates Me.
Great. Puddle Mud. Love
yeah,
it.
we
Big fan.
we learned what was that other one? We're working on Chump into Longview.
Oh,
Green Day.
shit.
Because they do that on the album.
Yeah,
We're working
yeah.
on doing that.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, it's hard.
Yeah, I was like,
But
that's...
we're working on doing that.
Yeah, that one is tough.
And I don't know if it's 100% perfected yet. We tried it once and it didn't necessarily go over for me. But 99 Red Balloons into My Own Worst Enemy.
Oh.
Because the riff in 99 Red Balloons, the Goldfinger riff.
Yes,
Well, that part is it's the same thing.
Oh,
so
yeah.
the way we do it is we do that riff, and then we get to the and go into it, and it works, but I feel like we have to fine tune it more. But we do. Which you got to eventually get to one of these shows.
Yeah, that's all. No, I do. Gotta check it out.
We do Led Zeppelin, but we do Whole Lotta Love into rock and roll, back into Whole Lotta Love.
Oh shit!
But the way we do it is my drummer does the ending drum solo for rock and roll. So the and he hits the and we go into the solo for Whole Lotta Love.
Yeah.
Because then it's the double crashes and the solo.
Yeah.
So it just flows, and he like.
Fuck
I don't know how he did it,
He
but
just
he
got
got
it,
it,
yeah.
and it works.
You're just trying to get that now for like the other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so we do that. We do The Chain and Simple Man. So we do Simple Man first, and we get into the solo, and then we hang on the one note, and we like kind of build up on it, and he's hitting the cymbals kind of softly and then louder, and then it's a sudden stop, and it's the end of the chain. The dun da da dun da da.
Got it.
Dun,
Yes.
We do Come Together and Another Brick in the Wall.
Yes, that one I've heard. That was one of the first ones you let me listen to.
Yes, and then
I do remember that.
What's the other one that we do? I don't remember.
That's okay, but that's still dope as shit, dude. It's good because you're still working on a bunch of stuff.
It's Mary Jane's Last Dance by Tom Petty.
Oh,
into Danny California, into Stairway to Heaven.
Oh, fine. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
It all flows because it's all the same key.
Yeah.
And Red Hot Chili Peppers is the same chord progression as Last Dance with Mary Jane. It's just a slightly different tempo. So
I was just gonna say,
we start
it's a
with
little
Mary
bit.
Jane, go into Danny California, and then out of the solo we do the diddle 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 and go right into the end of Stairway to Heaven, the dun, and we start the guitar solo for that. So I do the Danny California solo, Jake does the Stairway solo, and it's back to back, and it's just it works out really well. It's
awesome,
cool. It's
dude.
a lot of fun. It's like 11 minutes long. It's neat.
But that's dope though.
Oh,
dude.
and the other song I forgot that we learned was "Take Me Out."
Oh, that,
which is
was it Franz Ferdinand?
Yeah, totally different than the rest of the shit that we do. But it's complicated. Because there's a lot of timing in that's different.
There's a lot of those
chords. The chords are hard.
I was gonna say there's so many of those mid 2000 songs that are just super, like when you actually look at how they're played. They sound simple. Like oh, god damn it, it's in my brain now, and I'm gonna be that guy where I bring up something and then don't know the name of anything at all. Shit! There was something. It's gonna sound terrible. At some point, I'm gonna have to fucking remember it. I'm gonna look it up literally like off of podcast.
I'll tell you one song that's really hard to play that we tried at one point and couldn't make it work.
Go for it.
Somebody Told Me. By the Killers.
That is tough.
It is.
That drum is insane.
Dude,
that drum never stops.
It's not even that. It's the bass on top of the guitar that's playing two different things. Yeah, the guitar too.
But I just know,
nuts.
I've drummed that song before, and drumming that is so fucking. You're just hammering away the entire time. It just rolls the entire. You're just rolling the entire time.
Yeah, even my drummer playing Basket Case is nuts. Because
that Green Day
hits those
shit.
double rolls. Like he nails it. He gets those double rolls.
More power to him. Like that stuff is so above my fucking.
And I feel bad for him because I have to like try to put like Better Than Nothing. I revolve the set list around my voice. Gravity Shot, I revolve the set list around my drummer because we have so many songs right in a row that he can go nuts on. Yeah. Like Inside Out by Eve 6.
Oh, okay.
Like, you don't think that's that hard until you get to the end and it's all over
the fucking solo and shit,
the intro to Two Princes.
Oh, yeah.
The intro to Semi-Charmed Life.
Yep.
Like all that shit, it's all...
Yeah. It's fucking great.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's awesome. I mean, though, it's good. It's like, I know that you were complaining before about Freetown, but it is really good that you're at least using that time that you'd rather be like sitting on your ass and breathing, but it's like, it's good that you're dabbling and like experimenting and shit. Yeah. It's keeping your brain active.
Right.
Which is good.
And the guy that we use for our sound, he's great because I don't know how he does it, but he makes us sound like we're in an arena. So when we do the Immigrant Song and I do that scream and they be like, like it rings.
Really goes.
And
That's awesome.
And he, like we do, when we do Another Brick in the Wall, it's like, hey, he has like that super delay on it.
Yeah.
So it comes out and it's like, leave those kids alone.
That's awesome.
No. It's,
That's sick,
it's neat. He's awesome. He's the best sound guy ever.
Nice.
And he's super cheap.
All right, Jeremy. Well, before we wrap it up, the only thing I did want to bring up, because obviously it's coming up, and I'm hoping we can get to do an episode beforehand. But you're getting married soon.
I am getting married soon.
Thoughts? Where the fuck are you at? How do you feel about it coming up?
I was very scared financially. Financially, I was very scared because all my eye surgeries that I had last year.
Yeah, you had a shit ton of complications.
Now, for people that don't know, my diabetes diagnosis, there's been a lot of money that I've had to spend, and a lot of time.
Doctor bills have been lit on fire,
and a lot of I when I was doing my taxes, I'd spent over $3,000 out of pocket last year, and I'm not even halfway paid off.
Yeah,
but I've also missed a lot of work because of going to the different doctor's appointments and
complications.
And so finances have been kind of like
scarce.
Yeah, but we figured it out.
Yeah, of course. And you're also taking care of shit.
Right. And income taxes are helping very much so. And we have a credit card we could use. So it's all good. I was terrified.
You're able to figure it out.
I was terrified of how we were going to pay for it all. But it's really, we actually can do the entire thing for under $6,000.
That's great.
Which is fantastic, figuring there's 125 people in the bank.
Yeah.
So it's awesome. So we figured it all out, but I was very nervous. Aside from that, I'm very excited.
Yeah.
It's definitely something I've always wanted to do. I've always wanted to have that experience and that day. But I'm excited for the day. Like, I'm excited for the people that are going to be there. Mm-hmm. I'm excited for the band that's going to be playing. I know where it's at. The food there is really good. And I know...
yeah, because you checked that place out like months ago, right?
Well, yeah, we play there all the time.
Yeah. That's all, yeah. But I was saying for like a other side of the...
Yes.
Yeah.
But it's neat. It's gonna be cool. We are doing a music theme, like heavily music themed. We have a friend that has a 3D printer, and he was able to make us a wedding topper that we wanted.
Oh, that's dope.
And it's got like a heart into a treble clef that says Mr. and Mrs. on it. That's really cool.
That's sick.
We got these cupcake wrappers that have music notes on them.
That's cool.
You're in the wedding.
Yeah.
So we're
spoilers.
We're gonna have boutonnieres, but there's gonna be a rose, and the rose is made out of music notes.
Oh, okay.
And so it's like a paper mache rose almost, but it's paper that has the music notes on it. And Adrian takes a pipe cleaner and
bends it around.
Yeah, and it looks like a rose that has music notes on it.
Huh, no
so it's really cool. So there's gonna be a lot of music oriented things.
Yeah.
Which I'm excited about. So we've been doing a lot of planning and a lot of stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because it is less than 4 months away at this point.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's coming up.
Yeah. So official invites are going out like next week, like the first week of March.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's gonna be cool. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. There's stuff we got to figure out yet. Like we still don't technically have the person that's performing the ceremony, which whatever, that's not hard.
You'll figure it out.
Yeah. But it's I'm excited. I definitely know I want to be with her.
There we go. I was like, you described a lot of the venue, which was good.
Yeah, no,
I
feel like we're already married. So to talk about the wedding, like I want the day, the party, the excitement,
the celebration for it.
Yeah,
totally.
It's to me like obviously it's going to change things, but it's not really going to change much because I already feel like we are married. I feel like we were together. So it's kind of like to me like this whole day is just we're gonna celebrate what we already are.
Yeah, exactly.
And we make it official by her changing her last name, and I call her Mrs.
Yep. I've always felt that it's the thing of like. It's not even really going to like hit or it's not really going to make anything different. It's just until you have that first really, really bad fight or something. And then that's where it's like, hey, like this isn't a fucking turn and run situation anymore.
Right.
Like that's not the option of like, nope, we made this pledge. So like, we're going to fucking stick it out and talk and figure it out. And I think that's when like people really kind of hit that thing of like, oh, this is different. You know what I mean? Like because if you ever had a different inkling before, I think it really clicks gears that way.
Yeah, I mean, I know, like, no matter what, I don't know how to say this without sounding bad. There's no turning back, but I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean that in a good way. Like,
well,
this is it. This is the final.
Exactly.
This is it. Like,
yep.
This is all that's ever going to be. No. I'm happy about that.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't want it to be anything else.
No. At the end, it's a celebration.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And that's what I'm excited for.
Totally, man.
I get the closest people and family there, and
I like that those are two separate things. I get the closest people. I get the closest people that I love and care for deeply, and also my family's there.
Yeah, But it's I'm nervous.
Yep. I can tell,
but I'm nervous.
But also that's okay. That's totally okay.
It's not like I'm nervous, like I'm second guessing.
You would not be the first person to be nervous for your wedding day.
The thing that I'm nervous about, which is something you're gonna laugh at me, but you know me well enough to know that this would be me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm nervous about the idea that I think everybody is going to expect me to cry.
Oh.
And I'm going to expect myself to cry.
But then if you don't, you're going to like freak out or something.
But because I think I'm expecting myself to, and I know how I am, I think I'm going to wind up laughing instead.
Oh, I totally get that.
And I'm going to be standing up there not being able to say it because I know everybody's got their cameras pointed at me waiting for me to cry. And Adrian knows that, dude, we watch Criminal Minds and I cry at the end of some of these episodes. I'm not even shitting you. Like, I cry at I cried at Gilmore Girls, man. We are watching Gilmore Girls for the third time. Just because it's a show you can put on in the background.
Weird flex, but okay, man. Hey, listen.
You don't?
I've also been in I was in a relationship long enough. I have also watched all of Gilmore Girls,
Okay.
sadly.
But Adrian's watched it like 8 times because it's a show you don't have to pay attention to.
It's a woman, I got it.
But you can put it on in the background.
Yeah.
So if you're walking around and you miss something, it don't matter.
Yeah. But
you
also,
come back.
don't get me started on that fucking show. That show makes negative 12 cents, and I'll fight anybody on it. No human being talks the way that they talk. They don't. They say this, and then they automatically hit with a quirky thing, and then they do this, and then they say the dialogue like this, and then the other person says this, and then somebody else is coming back with that. But then they have this other really funny comeback. That's all I fucking want in the show. At one point in the show, I just want someone to go and just breathe, because no one fucking breathes, and they just talk at each other.
Luke breathes. Okay,
he's the man, and he's in it for like what? 5 minutes in every episode, and
he's in it for longer.
He says like a 5-minute thing of
hang on.
He's the Witcher of Gilmore Girls. He just goes fuck or shit or fucking.
All right.
Goddamn.
You have to admit that Kirk is the best character.
Yes. Sure.
Do you know who Kirk is?
What, outside of Gilmore Girls?
Yes.
No.
Kirk is Sean Gunn, James Gunn's brother.
Really?
Kirk is in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh, yes, you're right.
Kirk is also the guy that does the motion capture for Rocket.
Yes.
So he's dancing around on his fucking fours being Rocket in the movie. It's great. And the fact that I know that after watching Gilmore Girls.
You like it for that.
Yes.
You like it for that shit.
Oh, man, I love Gilmore Girls. It's great.
Fucking
but anyway.
Fucking crazy.
But yes, I am very excited for the wedding.
There we go.
It's fantastic. I am in love with every part of it.
Is it absolutely fantastic?
It is absolutely fantastic. I might throw that in my vows. I might throw that in my vows. It is, and
you want to talk?
That'll be just for you.
You want to talk about you laughing at all this? You do not want to hear. I'm serious. I love you so much. You do not want to hear dead silence. You saying your vows, and then you hear me go like just fucking out. Like that'll ruin so much.
No, it won't. It'll be great because everybody. Well, okay, hang on.
God.
Me, you, Zach, and Adrian will know what's going on.
Yes.
Nobody else will, and that's okay because it's my day and Adrian's day. It's not their day.
It's so funny if you're just saying that shit and then someone goes, "These are absolutely fantastic" in his vows. Like that's the word.
Yeah, Adrian, our love is absolutely fantastic.
There's no way you're saying with a straight face.
No, I won't. And she'll know exactly. She's gonna give me the look. I know the look she's gonna give me. I know it. She's gonna tilt her head slightly, have her eyebrows raised at me, her mouth closed, like really. But it'll be funny. It won't be like she's actually mad at me. It'll be like a pretend.
So funny.
It'll be an absolutely fantastic kind of mad. But no, yeah, I'm totally doing that now. That's totally going in my vows. If she's listening to this,
listen, do not commit yourself to that bit. Do not commit yourself to that bit. Let's just say it's funny, and you'll think it through. Let's not commit. That's a bold commitment to make. This
no, you know what we should do?
Now it's we, motherfucker.
Yes,
now it's we.
Do.
This is how I now get in trouble at your wedding when I wasn't. Now I'm involved.
We should have a bet. You and Zach.
Oh, I already have.
You and Zach.
I have a multitude of bets going on.
Oh, do you?
Oh, absolutely.
About my wedding?
Yes.
Oh, dear.
100%.
Is one of them how many times I say absolutely fantastic?
Yes.
Yes! Wait, every time I say it, everybody in the room has to drink. Not me and Adrian. Is that the thing where you ring the bell and we got to kiss?
We'll be gone.
I say
we'll be gone. Well, I'm already mentally. So me and Zach have already talked about it a couple times, but that's one where it's going to be It's going to be like we just kind of nod and then... Yeah. Okay. It's more of a counting game, not like bet like money or something.
So when I told you that you, Zach, and Jake are going to have a open bar catered by me, you guys are going to fucking bring me broke.
Yes.
Okay, all right, thanks. Nice wedding gift.
Hey, you said open. All right,
I did. I did.
Listen,
you, Zach, and Jake get open.
Listen, man. At the end of the day, it is
my gift to you.
Yes, thank you
for being part of my day.
Oh, but wait, what were you saying? Was it just a bet?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but, I mean, seriously, in all seriousness, it's our day. It's going to go the way we want it to, I think.
Dude.
I think it's going to be
awesome. That is the whole thing. I just want, as much as I can do without, and obviously, I'm not, the last thing I would ever want to do is, like, overstep bounds or anything. But, just the one thing that I want to do is just make sure, that you guys have, like, the best fucking time that you possibly can without.
That's why you're in the wedding.
Exactly, without somebody fucking
it
up.
That's why you, Jake, and Zach are in the wedding.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, without somebody fucking it up or doing something.
I mean, Zach's my best man for multiple reasons, but I'm waiting on that speech.
Oh, yeah.
I'm scared of that speech.
That Baker's speech?
Yeah.
I'm excited.
He told me that her family's going to hate him by the end of the day.
Well, did you give him, like, free reign?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. Well, now I really can't wait.
I mean, originally, it was going to be him and Q doing the speach.
Oh, my God. That'd be so funny.
I reached out to Q and couldn't get an address.
I was just going to say, it's probably tough.
I can't actually invite him.
Mm-hmm.
So if he's listening, but I can't.
Is he on Facebook?
I messaged him on Facebook. I texted him. I couldn't get a hold of him. So I don't know if he has a new number or
maybe he changed something.
I
think his profile's still the same. But you know what's funny that you say that?
He hasn't posted on Facebook.
I was just gonna say that he probably never checks Messenger.
I don't even know if he has a phone anymore.
He probably does, but it's probably different. We might have to hit up Zach. If you hit up Zach, he'll probably know.
That's true.
Anyway.
I see Zach tomorrow. So
there we go. Look at that. Full fucking circle.
It was gonna be Zach and Q doing my speech, or doing the speech for me.
Funny.
And no, it was not funny. I was terrified.
Zach
funny. Told me that her family would hate him by the end of it, and he told me that there was going to be a slideshow of me and strippers, and I said, first of all, you're not getting me.
Well, first of all, you can't. Yeah,
I know.
First of all, that's breaking the immediate code of bachelor party.
I know.
That's
already. I don't know what's going to happen.
Can't wait. Very excited.
By the way,
I have no. Hold on. I have no idea what's happening.
Oh, okay.
Let me preface it that I have zero.
I was gonna say, oh no, I'm scared.
No. I have zero idea what's happening.
Hey, just remember, I have a wedding to pay for, so if y'all take me somewhere, you're paying for it.
Oh no, shit. We're not gonna. No, first, we wouldn't take you to a bachelor party and then have you pay for it. That's the most fucked up. No, I do know. That's the most fucked up thing you could ever do. If anybody a groomsman and they take them to some place and go, by the way, so you're paying this like hooker, right? Because she's not gonna pay herself.
First of all, hooker and stripper are two different things. I am not getting a hooker.
Did not say they were the same.
I'm not getting a hooker for a bachelor.
Did not lump them together.
You Zach, and have you ever met Jake?
I have seen Jake.
Okay.
I have not. I don't think I've actually like shaken Jake's hand and been like hi, and then actually exchanged pleasantries. I've seen him in the same room.
Jake may recommend we go see the Grateful Dead for my bachelor party, so just work with him.
Based on his appearance, that completely makes sense.
Yes. Yeah. It's
based on his appearance. I'm surprised he wouldn't just walk around and someone be like, "Oh, you're from the Grateful Dead."
Yeah, I mean, Jake also gets mistaken sometimes for a 40-year-old man.
Just beat me to. I was literally gonna say, as like a 25-year-old, he looks 47.
He looks old. He sounds 100%. Old too.
Yeah,
he's a very mature individual.
He appears as an old soul,
and he's also my best friend. So if he's listening to this, which I know he's not going to, but if he's listening to this, Jake, I love you.
He's too busy sitting on a front porch on a rocker. Thinking about the better time. Yeah, that probably. Yeah, I mean, it could be
or playing guitar barefoot.
Yes. All these. He's doing all these.
With what are those called? Those.
You gotta use words, my guy. You just waved an entire hand in front of a chest.
The fucking.
You gotta use a word, Jeremy. I need a word. I need a word, Jeremy. You're waving your hand, and I don't get a fucking word. If you say one of those things again, I'm gonna slap you. It's gonna be the first slap on a fucking podcast.
Sweatshirts.
That's what took you so long? Oh, okay. No, like a sweater vest?
Oh, the ones that hippies wear. What the fuck are those called?
Hemp? Like, what the fuck are you talking about, hippies? What the fuck?
No, they're like the... I don't know. Jake used to call
it
a drug rug.
Like a poncho or something?
No, he used to call it a drug rug. What are they actually called? They're like almost corduroy. I don't know what the fuck they are.
But they're just sweaters?
I think so.
Okay, so it's just like a fucking hemp or corduroy fucking sweater.
I don't remember what.
Like I said, I would think it's like a poncho or something if they were fucking like hippies or something.
Maybe. I don't remember what it's called.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ.
Nelson
waving your hand in front of the goddamn chest. You know, the thing. It's the thing. I thought you were strumming a fucking guitar. I was like, what the fuck?
Oh, I'm trying.
Like, you playing your guitar like Johnny Cash, like fucking up here and shit? Jesus Christ.
I hurt myself again.
Jesus. All right, Jeremy. Well, we're hitting about an hour and a half, so I think now's a good time to... Yeah, now's a good time, I think, to wrap it. But,
yeah.
Dude, thanks for stopping by.
Yeah, absolutely.
I super appreciate it, man. Like I said, can't wait for the fucking wedding.
This is where we start part two,
right? Yeah, I'm equally as fucking amped. No, if anything, this will... hopefully, if we can get the fucking timing right, I'll have you on beforehand. And then definitely I'm going to have you on after. And then we'll fucking...
My summer is very open.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Can't fucking wait. But, yeah. Oh, just really quick, because I know you were talking about it for a little bit. But just, like, quick snippets. Plugs, stuff, things, social media outlets.
Oh, geez.
Yep.
Okay.
I know. Sorry, I'm putting you on the spot. I apologize.
Each one is facebook.com/.
Got it.
Start with that.
Yep.
J Winterstein Music. That's acoustic, and I share the other two stuff.
Yep.
Better Than Nothing, the band. We had to make a new page. It's not just band anymore. It's
Very
the
important.
band. And then Gravity Shot Band is the other one. So those are three.
There we go. All right. Awesome, dude.
Just
All right.
Facebook, not anything else.
Well, Jeremy,
I don't tweet.
Love it.
I don't tweet or Instagram it.
Okay, there
or whatever.
All right, now you sound like a pissed off old man immediately. I don't do that. That's not what I do.
I mean, I'm a dad now, so, you know, like, Instagram.
Oh, God. All right, Jeremy. Well, yet again, thank you again. Love you to death, my
Instagram
guy.
a weed.
For everybody listening, good evening, good night.
It's like an Instapot for weed.
And good luck.
Instapot!
Goodbye, everybody.